Hey guys, it's MVSC1 again. So I'm going to be talking about what I think the best deck to run at States this weekend, and then the next couple weekends will be. So, unfortunately, I cannot go to States in Oregon or in Ohio, which were the two places I'd like to have gone, because my mom is not okay with me going with a couple of guys that I was going to go with. So that sucks. But whatever. I'll go to the next two. So anyway, what I was going to do was play Yveltal Garbodor. Specifically the list that I showed you in the last video if you watched it. Yeah, I think it's a really good list. The only thing that I didn't like is it didn't have a third Yveltal. So I might cut that enhanced timer that I had or something else like that and put in a third late Yveltal. Uh, it just feels like it's necessary. I find that I need it really badly against decks where I just start off using Yveltal like turn two, because I need that. I need the Yveltals all through the game. I need to stay aggressive. So um, yeah, I think that would have been a really good deck choice just because I beat Blastoise pretty much every time. Like I said before, I beat Blastoise with 3 Tool Scrapper. I can beat Blastoise, I feel like, with 4 Tool Scrapper, even if they had them. Maybe not if it was like a really good player, but no one's running 4 Tool Scrapper in Blastoise anyway. But yeah, I feel like the deck beats Blastoise like 90% of the time. And then Emboar, it's even better. And it shuts off their draw support with Delphox too. So I feel like my matchups against those two decks are amazing. So I really like the deck for that reason, but I don't like it as much just because I feel like a lot of people are going to be playing straight Yveltal Darkrai. With all those other cards like Sableye and Buffalant and Yveltal, the non-EX, and all that crap. Um, and I feel like I have a bad matchup in that situation just because they're more aggressive than me, and against that type of deck, I usually have to end up using Sableye more, which isn't good because I like to be more aggressive rather than just using Junk Hunt a lot. I feel like it's better to be more aggressive, but I just find that I can't keep up with him if I do, because it's so much more fast. Because all those spots that I devoted to Garbodor and Floatstones and stuff like that, they have devoted to like Energy Switch and more Pokemon and more consistency that I don't have. So I feel like I have a pretty, or not a pretty bad matchup, but a fairly bad matchup against those decks. I feel like I'm like they're in favor like 60-40 maybe. So that's the reason I don't like Darkrai or Yveltal Garbodor very much against that deck. I feel like I have a pretty good Plasma matchup. Um, I feel like it's like 60-40 in my favor. I've got one Enhanced Tamer, and it's essentially just Darkrai Garbodor, but a little bit better. So I figure since my Darkrai Garbodor matchup before was like 50-50 if I had no Enhanced Tamer, it's probably like 60-40 if I do have Enhanced Tamer and I'm running Yveltal. So I like that matchup. I haven't tested it too much though, so I could be wrong. Um, I'm also weak to Thundurus, which kind of sucks, but I figure I can kind of get around that because um, I do so much damage with Yveltal against their Pokemon with super high energy counts that I can stream Yveltals really easily because I only need like 2 energy on the Yveltal. I'm never gonna have to like Dark Patch to it extra times and attach to it more than I need to, because they have so much energy that they end up doing most of my damage for me, if that makes sense. So I like that matchup. It's kind of one I'm not very experienced with though. I should probably get more experience with it though because it's like one of the best decks right now. And then only thing that I really see as being tier one left is Virizion Genesect, and I haven't tested that matchup a ton, but I have tested it a ton using Darkrai Garbodor. I just haven't tested it a ton with Yveltal. So I know with regular Darkrai, it's a hard matchup, but if you go first and you start with Yveltal, and then you just attach a DC or an energy to your Yveltal, and then they attach to the Virizion, and then it comes back in your turn, and you can start Evil Balling on your first turn of attacking. It's really, really aggressive. And basically, what you can do is you can stop them. You can knock out the Virizion before they can Emerald Slash a second time, and then if you can knock out whatever they powered up with that Virizion, they're just stunted like so badly. Because really, what they need to do is set up for like a couple turns, and then they can just use their attachments for the turn and Colress Machining as like energy acceleration for the rest of the game. But if you can stop them from being able to Emerald Slash enough in the beginning, you can just like dominate them. And then I also feel like my matchup's better than the regular straight Yveltal Darkrai matchup just because I have Garbodor, so I can use those lasers again, which is really nice. So I feel like I pretty much have good matchups across the board except for the mirror match. Well, not the mirror match, but the straight Yveltal deck. But that's the problem is I feel like a lot of people are going to be running straight Yveltal. I know two people, or well, yeah, two people that just like in my group that are going to be running it, and I feel like it's probably going to be the most popular deck. So I don't know. Is it going to be like 50% of people playing that, or is it going to be like 25% of people playing that? That's the thing I got to figure out. Um, I guess after the first week, we probably will figure out what does the best. I'm predicting um, if the metagame is like only 25% straight Yveltal, then I think Darkrai Yveltal could definitely get first. Basically, Darkrai Yveltal just has all better matchups than Darkrai Garbodor. Just as a general rule of thumb, every matchup that it had before is like 10% better, except for against straight Yveltal, and that's the only thing. Um, and it's still not that bad. You can still win that, especially if you have one enhanced hammer, because that helps against their DCEs. It doesn't help a ton, but it helps reduce the damage done by their DCEs and stuff too. And if you got Garbodor, you can shut off the Keldeo now that pretty much all those decks are on Keldeo. Thanks to Verzine Genesect going down in popularity. Not necessarily because it's bad, just because like other decks are better now. And I don't know. I think Verzine Genesect's not that great anymore, but that's just my opinion. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Comment if you want to tell me something, and like if you like what